What up, what up, what up? You know what time it is. Technique Tuesday at the DB Lab with Coach Vic. So here we go, man. All right, so we have Emmanuel Forbes Jr. here, man, who I really liked at Mississippi State. I really thought he was good talent. Thought he had great ball skills. I thought he had the ability to play man to man. I really wasn't in the camp of he was too small thing. I wasn't in that camp. I mean, the guy was putting leather. He was laying leather too when it came down and hitting. He was stepping up and he wasn't afraid of it. So I was not in that camp of him being too small. He's going against Shepard right here from New York, and I would consider a pretty good matchup. But I really enjoyed his play, Emmanuel Forbes. So, but let's go over it. Without further ado, let's go over our system here and our process of evaluating talent. So let's go stance and start. All right, stance and start. Starting off, I would normally say he's a little too high, but he got a solid base there. I like his hands in a good spot. Keep his balance there. Um, Also, every defensive back, every person has their own center of gravity. And you just want to see that they're sitting down. Things look activated. What I mean by that, their glutes, their hams, their quads look activated. They look present in their stance, like they're ready to go. They don't look lazy in their stance. And if that's the case, then I really don't harp on it too much unless their feet are too narrow. So if the feet are too narrow and you high, then you're in trouble, right? But right now, he has a solid base. Looks like he has a solid base. He's right outside of his feet are right outside of his shoulders, which are great. Okay. So let's go to work here. Let's go. So we have the technique he's using right now is going to be a press technique. All right. It's press technique. It's not the jam technique. It's press technique. All right. You can go press jam, which you can give, and then attack with hands, or you can give, let them get to you. And if you'd be a little deeper than that, you'd be playing catch technique or something like that. But he's not fairly aggressive here, so he's not jump jamming, or he's not a classic all out a jam or whatnot, where he'll be a little closer and he'll be proactive in his attack on the receiver. He's not doing that. He's very reactive here. He's on the goal line, which I think is very smart on the goal line, giving a little room right here, so that the receiver has to get to your space, which also takes a lot of time out of their route combinations. All right. So you want to take the air out of it. You want to take the time out of it. Make the receiver attack right now. Make the receiver, he can't play around because you're on the goal line, right? So all right. So we got stance and start. We have technique. He's playing his press technique. He's about 2 yards off. Leverage he's playing. He actually is outside leverage. Yes, he's playing outside leverage here. Outside leverage to on top, right? So he's playing outside to straight up leverage. That's what he's kind of playing right now. He's in a slot, so you can do that. Okay. Especially if you've been watching film and you kind of know what's going on here. Also, we have location there on the right hash. That's the ball location. It got to be field side for him to be for most of the time. It got to be field side for the DB to be playing slot like that, and a receiver have a slot receiver right there that with a lot of space. They have a lot of space right there. The formation, we cannot see the formation right now. Down in distance, we do not know the down in distance, so we can't see that right now either. All right, so here we go. Let's get to the evaluation of this thing, baby. All right, so let's hit this. Okay. All right, here we go. So he used a kick step deal. I'm not terribly mad with that. He protected his outside, man. He did the right thing. He closed him off. He hinged right away. Making sure you're not going outside. Now, what I like here, man, this guy, he knows how to play man. He plays man to man. He knows how to play man to man. Look at this. So the receiver gave me a head fake, right? But the head fake that he gave me wasn't a great head fake. It wasn't nothing that he didn't make a head fake off of this right foot going to the ground. Now, if he'd have made a head fake with this right foot going to the ground, then I could have been a little more concerned as a defensive back, right? And I would have felt that more. But you can't do that with a head fake like that. So look, he just get to him right away, turn around, could have picked it off, then pick it off, then finish it. But yeah, man, this is great defense. I like the fact that he didn't really go for go for the little sudden fake he had there. And I see the receiver here try to stick that foot in front of the DB here. So you see how you stick that right foot in front of the DB? It makes him DB usually make him trip. You see that? It usually makes him trip and makes him fall behind. But but my guy Jobs, Forbes. Sorry, Jobs. Forbes went under right away anyway. He went underneath right away anyway. So usually what happens is, as a defensive back, we're taught to be on top of the receiver, right? But if you take that on top angle here, and he sticks that left foot in front of you to try to make you trip, you're gonna fall, or you're gonna be very, very far behind, right? But if you say, you know what, forget that, I'm just gonna go under right away, then that front foot really doesn't hurt you. I mean, that foot you try to stick in front of you really doesn't hurt you, and then you can get there, you know what I'm saying, and make a play on the ball. So heck of a job, man. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy good play, man. I really do. Now, could he collision the guy, here at the start of the route? Yeah, maybe. But, at the same time, he did the right thing. His job was to protect the outside. He did the right thing. He hinged off. Now, if the receiver would have got to him, then I would be like, okay, you got to attack. But if the receiver's hadn't gotten to him right away, then I don't say attack. The receiver also gave his route away by just going inside right away, right? And then he didn't give me a real fake to convince me that he's going outside for a corner route. You got me? Now, also what I like here is that you got a lot of action and stuff going around the receiver. You got a lot of things that's going on around the receiver, which makes him feel like he has to narrow up his route and get there right away, right? So he has to narrow up that route, get there right away. He can't play around with it. So you got a lot of stuff in his face. Look at that. You got this linebacker that's right here in his peripheral, in his right side peripheral. You have the safety moving over, right? So the receiver can't move as fast as he's like to move, or as swift as he's like to move, or be patient as much as he'd like to because he's on the goal line, right? So nonetheless, that's that there. So yeah, you can say, oh, you want to get more hands on, but no, he did a hell of a job there. And I like the fact that you're able to play clean like this. Forbes is able to play clean like this without being very handsy, man. That shows a skill. You too handsy. You have these coaches, they want you to be very, especially in college, they want you to be super handsy. Oh, get your hands on. But you having the pros, they calling a lot of flags on that. So you have to catch up to the times. If they're flagging it, you got to figure out how to get these guys to play with true elite skill, with their feet and their hands moving properly, right, and their eyes in sequence, right. That has to happen. So, not saying you don't want to get hands on. We all want to get hands on. We want to disrupt routes and timing, but you got to be able to play with all those tools in your belt. Hands on sometimes, hands off sometimes. All right. So, hope this helps. This Technique Tuesday, baby. If you got any, make sure you like and subscribe. All right. Let's get to work. All right. At DB Lab Coach Vic, we out here. Yeah.